Good evening, everyone. This is King B, news and views with another video. So, in this video here, I'm going to read a little about the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Right now, there's two different ones, declarations. You got the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and you also have the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, right? So I'm going to read a little, flip this, y'all can check it out with me. And it says, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, or UNDRIP, was adopted by the UN General Assembly on September 13th of 2007. It is a comprehensive document that outlines the individual and collective rights of indigenous peoples, including their rights to culture, identity, language, employment, health, education, and more. The Declaration emphasizes the importance of respecting and promoting the inherent rights of indigenous peoples, which derive from their political, economic, and social structures, as well as their culture, spiritual traditions, histories, philosophies. It also outlaws discrimination against indigenous peoples and promotes their full and effective participation in all matters that concern them. Right? So that's the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples that was adopted September 13th, 2007. Now, you have the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. And the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples was adopted by the Organization of American States, or OAS, on June 15th, 2016. This declaration is a comprehensive human rights instrument that offers specific protections for indigenous peoples in North America, Mexico, Central and South America, and the Caribbean, right? I'm keying in on North America. The Declaration affirms the right of self-discrimination, rights to education, health, self-government, culture, lands, territories, and natural resources. It also includes provisions addressing the particular situations of indigenous peoples in the Americas, such as protections for those living in voluntary isolation and those affected by internal armed conflicts, right? So why am I reading this? Why am I making a video about this? And first of all, I have the paperwork. I had this printed out. I got it right here, which is I gotta take the time to read through this thoroughly, right? But the reason why I'm bringing this up and I'm in this video, I'm talking about this, is for my fellow melanated people, right? We often have conversations about reparations and also conversations about a crime bill, right? The problem with that is this. We keep saying crime bill and reparations for black people. You have to understand something when you say this. The enemy rules or controls this system. Okay? We go about, and their system is set up here under maritime law, right? Now, in their law, black and white have absolutely nothing to do with skin tone. Black and white are about status in their system. So when you call yourself black, you're actually declaring that you are dead in their law, their maritime law. You're calling yourself dead in law when you call yourself black. So how can a dead person or a dead people get reparations or a crime bill? Right? This is the question we need to. This is what we need to realize. Okay. So now we know that we are the original people, right? Not all of us who are melanated came from the continent of Africa. This is a fact now. Too many of us have done our genealogy and heard the stories from our mothers and fathers, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our great grandmothers and great grandfathers. Okay? And it's important. So this is a fact now, right? We have to start calling ourselves what we really are, because we're not going to get anything continue to call ourselves black, right? And notice this, it does not say the United States Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. It says the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. Remember, America is a continent. America is a continent. Okay? And although in this paragraph it states North America, Mexico, Central and South America, and the Caribbean, Canada is also included in this, because it's talking about the continent of America. America and the United States are two separate things now. The United States of America is a corporation. It's a foreign corporation. At that, the whole of the United States is in Washington, D.C. Okay? Washington, D.C. The whole of the United States. It's a corporation. And every state that sits in the continent of America is under contract with the United States Corporation. We have to understand this. We have to know this. So each state in America is actually really a country that is under contract with the United States Corporation. That's the truth. Now, I don't know, for those of you watching the video, I don't know if you remember just a few years ago, I believe it was could have been during 2020. There was a number of states, I believe, both of the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, I believe Florida, definitely Texas was leading the charge, I believe Nevada, and there's a few other states, if I'm not mistaken, that was actually, that took the United States government to court. They was trying to, in so many words, they was trying to get out of the contract and even have their own currency. So again, like yes, they call states, but actually each state is really a country that's under contract with the United States Corporation. This is the truth. All right. So America and United States are not the same. Okay. But our enemy have a lot of loopholes and traps in what they do that keep us stuck, right? Confused, But this is something that I wanted to, talk about. I plan on making more videos about this because this is it's a lot to this, and this what I have printed out, the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. I don't have the International Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People printed out yet, but I do have the American Declaration on the right printed out, and just skimming through it, it just, from what I read so far, it's interesting. It really is. Okay, but I plan on making more videos about this. In fact, I plan on doing a live stream. I haven't done a live stream yet for this channel, so I plan on this being the topic of a live stream, But yeah. So I'm gonna cut it short here, but I just wanted to talk about this and kind of start this, right? Because it's time for us to start calling ourselves what we actually are. You know what I'm saying? So actually, when you look at what's going on and what's been going on with migrants crossing the border, and they're getting they're receiving what they have been receiving. Again, look what it says: North America, Mexico, Central and South America, and the Caribbean. See, what we're getting, where we're getting caught up at is we're thinking USA when it's about this right here. The American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People, the continent of America. But what I'm saying, pointing out in this video, is North America, we included in this. We are included in that. But we keep calling ourselves Black. And according to their codes and statutes, their laws, right? Black, I say it again, I'm going to say it again, black and white have nothing to do with skin tone. It's about status. It's about status in the system, status in their system, status in their laws. When you call yourself Black, you're calling yourself a dead person according to their law. But when you declare yourself white, you're saying you are alive. You are handling your own affairs as an adult. You calling yourself alive, you are able to handle your affairs as an adult. You are able to take control and handle the affairs concerning your SESTI-QV trust, which is tied to your Social Security number. Your Social Security number, as well as your birth certificate, is tied to a trust called SESTI-QV Trust. Shout out to those brothers and sisters out there who's been dropping this information, who's been talking about the trust and talking about this. But I haven't really seen anybody talk about the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. So I figure I'll add to this as far as talking about this right here. And really, it's we've been lied to. We've been lied to. Um, and when it comes to knowledge and information and the truth has been hidden. But with this digital age, this age of information, this internet right here, we don't have an excuse anymore. We can get on everybody. We're walking around with the computer in our pockets or in our bags. And we can look this information up for ourselves, and do our own research. And some of us who are comfortable with it, make a video on it and talk about it, But we have a lot of learning to do. So we need to get to it. And this is me just doing my part and sharing the information, what I'm looking up and what I'm researching. And this is what I'm researching right now. And this is me doing my part and putting the information, getting this information out there, All right. So, this is something that I plan on digging into and going through this paperwork and reading up on this. And maybe I'll do, maybe I'll do a live stream. I'll go live when I, after I read through this and highlight important parts and have a thorough conversation for those who are interested in this and would want to hear about this. And we can learn together and you can learn about this with me. All right. But we have to keep digging for the truth. We have to keep looking for the truth. Like I always say, if you take a glass and you drop a glass, shards of glass is going to spread out everywhere. For those if you ever broke a glass, you know this to be true. You will find pieces of glass in another room, in the next room. You'd be thinking, wow, how did that, I broke the glass in the next room. How I get why am I finding shards of glass way over here in this room, in this next room? That's the truth. It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle. That's how I see it. So when I see my brothers and sisters out there, especially making videos and no matter the topic and where, and they're going at each other and attacking each other, I often think to myself, there's so much ego involved. It would be nice for people to get their egos in check, stop thinking they're right about everything, actually come together and talk and share the information. Because you may have solved a piece of the jigsaw puzzle, but you haven't solved the entire puzzle. Right? If we come together as a community and we start having real conversations and leave our egos checked at the door, right? We can start to form the full picture as each individual add their pieces to the puzzle. And we can actually start accomplishing something for the greater good of us all. Right? This is what I would love to see happen. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. We can achieve this and we can do this. Right? I'm King B. Shout out to each and every one of you. I will be making more videos as I read through these papers and again, maybe I will do a live stream. I want to ask something else too before I go. Remember when I believe it was Kanye West and Candace Owens? There was a picture circulating online of Kanye West and Candace Owens, I believe. They both had on shirts, and on the back of the shirts that they were wearing said white. Now, when I saw this, I immediately knew what they was doing. I understood the message because again, that was a message that they were sending out, right? And it was bold on their part. It really was. You know, they sent that message out in that photo with the word white on the back of their shirts. All right? Because they know what most of us do not know still. And that is white and black is about status. And they sent that message out. And they put themselves in the line of fire when they did that. Look what Candace Owens I'm going through since that. Right? Okay? It's status, people. It's about status. Right? So let's come together. Let's share the information. We have a lot of work to do. Shout out to all those who've been putting the information out and doing the research and, putting themselves in the line of fire of being criticized and so on and so forth. And they still fighting the good fight, So I just want to send love and positive energy, balanced energy to all of my melanated people out there. Stay strong. Stay strong. We may have some tough times ahead, but if we come together as a community and we stand together, we will be able to get through whatever situation may come our way, right? And nothing can stop us as long as we're together and we're standing together. Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. Let's have real conversations, right? Let's check our egos at the door and share the information. Let's protect the women and babies and our women, babies, and children. Let's do a better job with that. All right? Let's look out for one another. There's too many stories of my brothers and sisters out there being found unalive, tied to poles and trees and fences and right, and being told no investigations being done about it, and the so-called authorities saying, well, it was self-inflicted. That nonsense. So we need to watch each other's backs in our communities. We need to have real conversations. If you have a loved one that's about to do something that's careless, that can put their lives in danger, don't be afraid to speak up and say, hey, wait a minute, let's talk about this. And I say that knowing that people are always going to do what they want to do anyway, if that's what they want to do. But we can at least try. That's the point I'm making. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to my new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Again, I'm King B. Right? Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell to all so you'll be notified whenever I do release a video. And I haven't done a live stream yet. So I've been thinking about a topic, what I want to talk about when I do my first live stream, and this is going to be it. But I'm going to read through this and more thoroughly and do some more research, and I'm going to go live about this topic. So look out for that. Be safe out there. This is King B News and Views. Peace.